The chairman of Efcc, Pastor Ola Olukoyede, and the entire Efcc agency, I tell God beg you, if you know say there is any petition you get against very black man, Vincent Martins Ose, you know how to go about it. If you don't give him access to a lawyer, grant him bail and then begin to take your petition in the lawful and the right manner. Because this attempt at kangaroo kidnap of people and then you begin to force them, it will not work. It never worked before.
Hello guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. Guys, this is unbelievable that up till now we haven't got any news concerning the crime which VDM committed. This made the Nigerian youth to come out in mass to speak their mind. Guys, I would like you to watch this video from the beginning to the end. You will see what this my brother pinpointed out concerning the whole Nigerian government. My people know this matter. I beg make una watch video.
The chairman of Efcc, Pastor Ola Olukoyede, and the entire Efcc agency, I tell God beg you, I have just two simple messages for you today. Number one, Efcc, stop all these distractions. Efcc, stop these attempts for trying to distract Nigerians from focusing on the main issues which affect our lives as it be today for this country. Because APC, we sabi una. What APC cannot do does not exist. All these shenanigans where they go on, it no mean say politicians no go still rig elections by 2027. The most important fight for Nigerians today now how to save ourselves from this government where don't push more people into poverty and hardship. That is what Nigerians must focus on. All these attempts to distract Nigerians, it no go work. I can see through you people. Number two, EFCC, stop making a mockery of your organization. Stop making a mockery of the fight against corruption. EFCC, if you get any serious allegations to investigate, you know how to go about your investigations. So at this point, leave all this your kangaroo pattern of trying to clamp down on people where they criticize government. If you know say there is any petition you get against very black man, Vincent Martins Ose, you know how to go about it. If you don't give him access to a lawyer, grant him bail and then begin to take your petition in the lawful and the right manner. Because this attempt at kangaroo kidnap of people and then you begin to force them, it will not work. It never worked before. When I know they ever learn when I lessons. You know why you carry them on Friday. You know why up till Monday, which is a full working day, no official press statement from you, no charging to court. So everything you are doing is just a well-orchestrated plan. And me, I'm not falling for it. Anything where EFCC want to do, you must do it within the ambits of the law. And this will not be about say person they sentimental or you are using sentiments. I am not a fan of very black man. I'm not a fan of Vincent Martins Ose. He has millions of fans. I am not one of them. So this is not about sentiments. This is about standing for waiting they right and waiting they true. If you know say you want to invite a person where get allegation, it no matter the level of petition where they write against that person. Petitions are petitions, and everybody must be given opportunity to prove their innocence or their guilt. You must be presumed innocent before they prove you guilty. And if somebody writes petition, they are mere allegations. Anybody can write petition against me. Have you invited the person to respond and he failed to respond? Did you try to arrest him and he resisted arrest? So what is the need of all of these shenanigans? What will be the meaning of all the drama where they go on so? What exactly be the issue? Where we say, sure, they don't invite very black man come FCC before and he refused? Did they try to arrest him and he resisted arrest? Everybody must be held to equal standard before the law. The time in April of 2024, when we go to go arrest former governor of Kogi State, the security where they attached to former governor, they opened fire for air, where we say EFCC officials had to retreat and go back to their office. The day where he finally come with the sitting governor, come your office to Abuja, EFCC tell and say make he go back, say they get arrangement. According to your spokesperson of EFCC, say they go come meet him for house. Why would I know if he get arrangement with very black man? Waiting be the thing where we say una fit get. The former governor is alleged of more than 80 billion misappropriation of funds. How much be the money where they talk? Have you waiting be the petition against very black man? The former governor of Delta State, where don't defer go APC, more than 1.3 trillion allegations of money laundering and misappropriation of funds. Why they no kidnap him for bank? Why they no go carry him with this kangaroo method and then detain him until another day? EFCC, stop all this shenanigans. It has not worked before. It will never work. All this kangaroo method of trying to enforce law will not work because it is criminality in itself. Nigerians, we must focus on our leadership. The main challenge before Nigerians today na INEC. Because as it be so, the fifth carry person like very black man will be say they popular. In France, everybody go come out, come talk for them. If they carry you where nobody sabi, now you'll be okay. So we must come together and destructure and decentralize this criminal structure of a government and fix competent and good leadership. If not, all of us are potential victims and everybody just they wait for in turn. May God help Nigeria. My name is Pizza for Nigeria.
We've heard from the EFCC, the bail conditions for the social media activist. And then on the other hand, on the one hand, we hear it's based on complaints from individuals. And then EFCC says, no, it's no such thing, it's fake news. This miscommunication, is that giving oxygen to this?
If the EFCC is able to determine what is fake news, one would expect too that it will sell us the proper news, the proper situation of things. Right. I think I like the slogan of the EFCC where before now when it says the EFCC will get you anytime, anywhere, right? So that's connotes a very powerful organization that's ubiquitous. In that case, and then an individual, that kind of powerful organization against an individual, the organization should show some restraint and should show some measure of application of standards. You see, I can say this on behalf of Ola Olukayode, the chairman of the EFCC, that he's committed to standards, but sometimes, oftentimes, the operatives of the EFCC get somewhat overzealous, and when they do that, it shouldn't be too difficult to explain. Now, the problem we have here, and that's a very dangerous situation where you find young people going to the bank, the premise of the bank, going to protest because they're dealing with a very influential personality called Verydackman that is well loved. In fact, his followership is phenomenal. Now, and that's the reason why EFCC as an organization that also requires the goodwill of the public in its fight against corruption and financial crimes should actually deal carefully with an individual like Verydackman. Now, there's a problem. He has been arrested, and then there seemed to be a form of strong, cooperation that was offered by the Guarantee Trust Bank. The expectation is a show of accountability on the part of the EFCC and the bank by simply explaining to Nigerians that this is exactly what's happening. Nobody is saying that the Verydackman is above the law. However, when it seems...
the bank in question says, they don't have a hand in it. The young man, the VDM, was arrested outside the premises of the bank, that they've exculpated themselves, more or less.
But Nigerians don't believe. And that's more reason why an authority like the EFCC should be the forefront of showing a level of accountability to the people by saying this and such a reason is why we arrested Verydackman. And of course, because of the presumption of innocence, he should be assumed that he has been granted bail. And then so that report...
Given bail conditions, he will not be released until he meets his bail conditions, and he will be taken to court.
Well, that's the report. That's the report accredited to the BBC.
Right.
However, it's nothing difficult for the EFCC. EFCC has fantastic spokesmen. Whether you talk about Dili or Wilson Wajire, these are people who are very experienced in the business of public relations and public communication. So it's not difficult to communicate it. The problem is, Nigerians lose respect for the EFCC when it fails to do very simple things like this, or when it seems as if it's doing the bidding of one person. The chairman is not like that. I can say that because I've had a personal contact with him. So my mindset about the way he operates is a matter of very high ethical standards.
So why is it not reflecting in his men on the ground?
The reason why. That's the reason why people protest. That's the reason why we must say that this is not the proper thing to do, especially for a very influential person like Verydackman. Yeah. My expectation is that simply go and tell the public what is done. And now, because of the presumption of his innocence, announce the bail conditions. I think it's valid a point if someone says that you could have simply, invited him. For a long time, and when the FCC carries out one forms of publication as to a wanted person, the people show up because they know that from the current, criminal arrangement, whether you even flee abroad, you'll be caught. So my expectation is that the EFCC should show some measure of accountability to the people. It's not a government to itself.
How can the EFCC, show accountability? How can the EFCC fix this? Looking in your eyes like a damage to the reputation of the EFCC?
I think just do the right thing. I would have expected
the right thing be?
They call a press conference, because you can see that in this age of the social media, where people like Verydackman reign as, I would say, as kings. They carry a lot of influence in that place. And every young Nigerian nearly sees these sort of fellows as role models. So it's not a very good thing if now the EFCC is seen as the oppressor, as the one that can be used by the government to suppress free speech. Because so in order not to allow, because we see that label of these explanations as fake news, in order not to allow the constant growing fake news to be preponderant, you have to make the proper statement, give the statement. So what the EFCC should do now, in realizing that it doesn't matter whether he's a young person, the level of his popularity demands that a press briefing be given immediately to show some measure of accountability to Nigerians, that you don't work for yourself and that you are not against Nigerians, and that we are all in the business of fighting corruption together, fighting financial crimes, or whatever, in this case is cyber stalking. Nobody really wants
Let's
it.
talk about this cyber stalking. Is it being... Oh, okay. Very quickly, you were going to say...
cyber stalking. Cyber stalking. You see, look, until you become a victim of some of these crimes, you would not find the EFCC to be a very useful organization. In this case, we're saying that it has to be on the good side of the people so that it can enjoy the goodwill of the people. After all, it's set up to serve the people. Cyber stalking can be a very dangerous crime, especially when it attacks innocent people. But Verydackman is seen in the eyes of Nigerians, especially young Nigerians, as a freedom fighter, as someone who's speaking on their behalf, and it does it in such an innovative manner, plain. It doesn't with a lot of and then it comes out to be well loved, and that's strange. And some of us are very impressed with him. And in that case, the FCC should even see such persons as partners, even when they make mistakes. And in that case, they should not. Of course, he's already a hero, but you increase his heroism when you arrest him in such a manner and refuse to explain.